My name is Offred. I had another name, but it's forbidden now. So many things are forbidden now.
Blessed be the fruit.
May the Lord open.
And come out of Waterford.
Get up. He is my husband until death do us part. Don't get any ideas. We go everywhere in twos. It's supposed to be for our protection, for companionship. It's bullshit. There are no friends here. Can't be. The truth is we're watching each other. She's my spy, and I'm hers.
They made such a mess of everything. They filled the air with chemicals and radiation and poison. So God whipped up a special plague, the plague of infertility. They were dirty women. They were sluts. But you are special girls.
Should we take the long way?
I can't. I have to get ready for the ceremony.
You girls will serve the leaders of the faithful and their barren wives. You will bear children for them. Girls, I know this must feel very strange, but ordinary is just what you're used to. This may not seem ordinary to you right now, but after a time, this will become ordinary.
I tried to run with her, but she was so heavy. I really tried. I know. You're gonna get her back, all right?
I wish they'd hurry up. Some of us got things to do, you know?
Hurry up and wait.
The boys just kept coming down into the basement. For hours, it felt like. I don't know, 2, maybe 3 at a time. I knew most of them from school. I just couldn't believe they were doing it. It was actually happening.
But it did happen. Didn't it?
When Rachel saw that she bare Jacob no children, Rachel envied her sister and said unto Jacob, give me children, or else I die.
Whose fault was it? Whose fault was it, girls?
Her fault. 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 Her fault.
Three bells. There's a salvaging today.
Have you heard from where? No, not since the Red Center.
No matter what happens, I'll be right here. You and me. Just like always.
I'm so sorry about your friend. They do that really well. Make us distrust each other. How old is your daughter?
8. She'd be 8.
My wife and I had a son, Oliver. He's almost 5. They had Canadian passports. I didn't. I got caught at the airport.
We tried to cross in Maine with my husband, and we split up. They shot him.
They weren't going to let any of us get away. Not if you had a red tag.
darkness and secrets are everywhere, everywhere. Now there has to be in us. Because now there is of them.
He wants to see you.
Who?
The commander.
Hey. You're doing great.
Where are the babies?
Oh, we had a difficult night. 2 went to the intensive care unit, and the others are with God.
Thank you for the game.
You're very welcome. Good night.
Blessed be the fruit.
Has Afghan been transferred to a new post so soon?
I am Afghan.
There was a black van, then footsteps on the stairs, then something quick and brutal that made her unable to scream. There'd be no mercies for a member of the resistance. Now I'm awake to the world. I was asleep before.
Can I tell you a secret? I can do anything I want.
They said it would be temporary. Nothing changes instantaneously.
Can I tell you another secret? He loves me. He loves me so much.
Who?
Him. My commander.
He loves you?
Yes. He loves me. And he loves Charlotte. And we're going to run away together.
In a know, what you do and what we do together is so terrible. It's terribly hard, and we must remain strong. Which is why I feel so blessed to have you.
There's no point trying to be tough or brave. Brave isn't part of any of this. Everybody breaks. Everybody.
But you knew what she was.
I knew she was gay.
You're right here. You're my miracle. My beautiful miracle. Things can get much worse for you.
Mrs. Waterford, I'm not pregnant.
You will stay here, and you will not leave this room. Do you understand me? Do you understand me?
I know this is a shock for you, Emily, but things will be so much easier for you now. You won't want what you cannot have.
You're sick? Is that right?
I fainted, Mrs. Waterford.
Today we are practicing for the ceremony.
I can help you. If Waterford can't get you pregnant, they won't blame him. It'll be your fault. It'll only take a few minutes, honey.
I can't. It's too dangerous. What happened to her?
She killed herself. Hung herself from the ceiling. I suppose she found her life unbearable.
And you want my life to be bearable?
I would prefer it.
I was thinking maybe we could try another way.
I'm sorry, I don't understand what you mean.
I mean with another man.
It's so good to see you. Are you okay?
I'm fine.
We were worried.
I'm fine.
I was thinking of Nick.
Nick, our driver, is he one of them? Is there anything that you can tell me?
He's already agreed.
Before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee. And before thou camest out of the womb, I sanctified thee and ordained thee a prophet unto the nations.
You know, I'm not feeling very well. Maybe we should skip tonight's ceremony. What do you think?
Stop it. Stop it.
You can't be sick every month.
No. I can't.
We only wanted to make the world better.
Better.
Better never means better for everyone. It always means worse for some.
I couldn't say no when Mrs. Waterford asked me. I'm sorry.
I want you to leave your wife.
Okay.
Just tell me. Okay, please. Please. Like you and I.
Yes.
What do you mean, okay?
Look, I'm in love with you. What else am I gonna do?
I know what they did to you. I'm so sorry it did to you. Mayday. I can't use me anymore. But you can help them. I'm in love with you. Who are they? They're fighting back. Find them. My name's Emily.
Mayday. Luke told me once where the term came from. Help me. There was something inside her they couldn't take away. She looked invincible.
Turn around.
They're having dinner at the home of a very powerful commander. Let them be nervous.
How's your day going? You look pretty.
Thanks. I wore it just for you.
You shouldn't wear anything for me.
Are you happy? Never mistake a woman's meekness for weakness. Back then, did you ever imagine a society like this?
We're going out.
No. 5 calls to make it, and I just want to go sleep.
I wasn't asking.
society in which women can no longer read your book. Or anything else.
They issued the orders. 3 separate attacks.
When?
3 weeks.
Praise be. It only makes it worse.
Kiss me.
Please remove the damaged ones.
Whatever punishment these girls had to endure was for the greater good. They deserve to be honored just like everyone else.
And we do honor them. But you don't put the bruised apples at the top of the crate, do you?
They won't let you speak. I'm sorry.
Tonight is a celebration of Gilead and of what we have achieved. Restoring a healthy and moral way of life. But we know that none of it matters if we cannot solve our most pressing problem. And we've finally begun to do just that, with God's blessing and with the devotion of a group of girls.
I said I was happy.
Alfred.
Don't call me that.
I didn't choose this. They caught me. I was trying to escape. They took my daughter. So don't be sorry. Okay? Please don't be sorry. Please do something. It's June. My name is June.
It's nice to meet you, June.
I want to help you. I don't know where your daughter is, but I think I can get a message to your husband.
My husband's dead.
Lucas Bancol, born 29 April 1980 in Nyack.
May the Lord guide your steps and bring you to your June and your Hannah. He has not forgotten any of you.
He's alive.
Do you know a woman named June Osborne? This is for you. Sorry, it's not more. I think they only had a few seconds.
When?
3 weeks ago.
So she's alive?
We believe so. Yes.
I love you. safe, Hannah. Why did you bring me here?
Thought you'd enjoy it. Thought we could just be together.
We're gonna find a way to get you out of here. Okay?
June, I know the way out. Black van, feet first. That's it. Look, forget about escaping. Just Gilead, no one gets out.
We're being stupid. You know we're being stupid.
We're alone, June. You need to go.
It's too dangerous.
What is it?
Alfred.
I brought you something.
Don't be sad. He's coming for me.
I had it in my bedroom growing up as a child. I thought you might like it. There's a key.
Does she seem all right? She's tougher than you think.
I'm sure your miracle will come soon. You said you wanted to help? They need you to go back to Jezebel's. Tonight would be perfect.
Until later, then.
You can lose a child in an instant. My son.
It's a handmaid. You're sweet on her, aren't you?
I thought they killed you. I thought they strung you up somewhere. To rot. It tore me apart.
It's dangerous, my friend.
I didn't give up like a coward.
They all think I'm crazy. But I'm not.
I know. I know you're not crazy. It's a wonder we're not all crazy. There was a way we looked at each other at the Red Center. For a long time, I couldn't figure out what it was exactly. That expression in their eyes. In my eyes. That look was terror.
You could have left me with something.
You need to keep your hands off of her. I will not have her hanging from a ceiling or stepping in front of a truck. Do you understand me, Fred?
You brought lust and temptation back into this house, on your back and on your knees. If I've sinned, then you led me to it.
You can blame me all you want, but he knows the truth. God knows what's in your heart.
I'm pregnant.
What?
As long as my baby is safe. My baby is safe. Don't get upset. It's not good for the baby.
I need you to protect my daughter.
Protect her from what?
From her. From Mrs. Waterford.
So, welcome to Ontario. Wish it was under different circumstances, but we're happy to have you here.
Thank you.
Where are we, Fred?
We're going to have a baby. We're bringing a new life into this world.
Yes.
Yes, she is.
Do you have any family in Canada? We've got an alert system. It'll text you if anyone on your list comes in.
No.
There is no greater miracle than the miracle of life. The miracle of a child. And there is no greater sin than harming a child, putting a child in danger.
I'm sorry, Lydia.
How are you here?
You called me when your name came up, and you're on my list.
List of family.
Yeah, of course.
There will be consequences. Believe me.
Just go with it. Trust me.
Whether this is my end or a new beginning, I have no way of knowing. And so I step up into the darkness within, or else the light.
the will of God, and you say, I know better. Such a waste of energy. And for what? But nothing.
Janine isn't nothing.
Such a brave girl, aren't you? Standing in defiance, but risking nothing.
All of your disruptions, and all of your games and your secrets, all of that smart girl bullshit is finished. Do you understand me?
Don't get upset, Serena. It's bad for the baby.
Welcome to the fight. It sucks.
How long does it take to get someone out of here?
That's not how this works. You didn't wake me up.
Well, because if I wake you, then you leave. So, how's that a win for me?
What's your name?
June Osborne.
Thank you for taking me in. This wasn't my decision.
The plane comes tomorrow, as soon as it's dark. I'll drop you at a friendly house. They'll walk you to the airstrip, quarter mile, maybe.
Who's they?
I don't know how you could give your baby up to somebody else.
Trying not to.
No idea. Someone brave or stupid, or both.
So are you brave or stupid?
At least it'll go fast in the colonies.
Not for her. You know she'll fight like hell.
Blessed be the Fruit Loops.
Welcome home, my friend.
Praise be.
92 days.
You don't know what it's been like.
Serena. Remember, as long as my baby is safe, so is yours.
It's only natural to resent her. God will forgive you for that.
You almost made it. Almost.
Did you ever even think about me? About what you were doing to me?
You didn't take me from her. I love you more than I've ever loved her.
I can't have her in the house, Fred. Do you have anything else to say?
I'm not worthy yet.
You deserve this. And you're not going to let her take any part of it away from you.
I am so grateful for everything you've done for me.
You're going to be a wonderful mother.
Look, I'm sorry. I tried everything to get you out.
We've been sent good weather.
June. June.
I'm pleased that everything is going so well with the baby.
Yes, Mrs. Waterford. No, Mrs. Waterford. What is the matter with you?
She doesn't have anyone to look out for her.
It appears that she does. The handmaid is not your concern.
Love is patient, love is kind. It does not envy, it does not boast, it is not proud.
Tonight, we celebrate 2 lives, 1 love.
This place is hell. And covering it up in flowers doesn't change anything. So what? We come here, we work, we die. Kid's going to die happy, so what's the problem?
Gilead values the family and rewards those who live by those values.
By God's grace, I'll have a child of my own someday, sir.
It was a beautiful wedding.
I'm gonna get you out of here.
you like to see? We can't keep sneaking around anymore.
I know it's expected of me. What God expects of me.
I should be getting back before Mrs. Waterford misses me.
Your guardian angel.
I want you to know I'm going to be the best mother I can be to my child.
She wanted to see the child. Her child from before.
Stop it and be a man.
Did you know what it was like to see my wife in pain? Now you do.
You don't want to know that she's okay.
She's not okay. She's alive. Have faith that she's alive.
That's not knowing.
For the sake of our children, we need to find those among us who wish to do us harm. Do you understand?
Yes, sir. He wants to know who helped me when I ran.
He doesn't believe that I was taken against my will.
I'm not gonna let anything happen to you.
What if I don't find her?
Welcome to my world.
What about you?
You're not my patient anymore. You can call me Odette.
God saved us. He has a plan. He has a plan for both of us.
Emily? June. That's my name. I never got the chance to tell you.
You're an editor. Is that right?
I used to be.
Good. Read over these for me.
He's coming home tomorrow.
Praise be.
Praise be.
I'll need a pen. It was nice working with you, too. Thank you. And thank you for the flower. She loves her. So much.
I'm going to see if there's anything more they can tell us. Thank you.
Thank you.
Now we must make amends.
Amends?
Did you read these?
Of course not.
Can I do anything for you? Serena.
Yes. Go back to your room.
I need you to show them a strong Gilead wife.
I'm gonna miss you.
I hate to leave.
We will be fine. I promise.
You'll be leaving the house as soon as the baby is born. I think we've all had more than enough of one another. Don't you? You're very lucky. After you, we'll get the next one.
Not a smoker?
I quit, so your information is out of date.
We do our best.
We?
Mark. Tuello.
Mrs. Waterford.
Mrs. Waterford wants me to leave the house as soon as the baby comes.
I can help you.
With what?
Oh, you don't want a cigarette? Maybe a new life?
No, thank you.
Must be what she thinks is best.
Do you?
It doesn't matter what I think.
You never have to go back to Gilead again.
I have something for you. From June.
A baby of your own. And freedom.
I have a child on the way.
That's not your child.
This baby is gonna come into this house very soon.
experience. Any man who would hurt a woman, who would hurt a child.
What are you saying?
Maybe we'll run into each other again. I met your husband. He wanted me to tell you that Moira got out too.
We did it, Offred.
Mrs. Waterford? False labor fools the best of us. I can promise you that this pregnancy will end soon, and Offred will be off to her next posting.
In a new district.
I've already lost a child. I'm about to lose another one. It would help if I could be moved to my daughter's district. You're right, Mrs. Waterford. It's probably best if we don't ever see each other again.
Get out.
I think Offred was happy that the baby didn't come.
Do you?
Get out!
Yes, I think she enjoyed it.
She has forgotten her place.
You have no idea what it is like to have a child of your own flesh, blood.
We need to help the baby come out naturally.
And you never will.
I'll tell the baby about you.
I'm not here.
Hi.
Hi.
You're not in trouble.
It's the Handmaid.
Eden.
You like her.
I would never get involved with a handmaid. It'd be suicide.
Did you try to find me?
I tried so hard. Daddy did too.
Why didn't you try harder?
I will always be your mommy. You know that? And Daddy and I will always love you. Okay?
Mommy.
I gave up everything for you. And for the cause. And I only ever wanted one thing in return. I wanted a baby. I have nothing. You left me with nothing. I have nothing.
You did it, honey.
You're cold? This is Alfred.
Nicole. A beautiful name for a beautiful child. She looks just like her father.
She has no contact with the baby. And she pumps in her room.
Mother knows best.
In this place, you grab love wherever you can find it.
We should just run away somewhere. Start over. Like a real family.
Where would we go?
Out west. Coast.
It's still Gilead.
Losing a child is like losing a limb. Part of your body.
Are you all right?
Mind your tongue.
Your girlfriend is a badass. It's okay. It's okay.
I'm glad I got to come back here. I'm glad I got to see you again, June.
What are you doing?
We have a ceremony tonight.
No. Get up. I'm not gonna do that with you.
Serena. I did this for Nicole. I did it to set an example for our daughter.
So you have.
And Word was God. In him was life, and life was the light of men. And the light shineth in the darkness. No. Please! Fred, stop! Stop it, Fred!
God is truly merciful. He offers redemption even to the most perverse and degenerate among his flock.
You're getting out. Oh. You're getting out of Gilead.
I can't leave without her.
You can.
I won't.
This has gone far enough.
We should give her more time to get away.
What did you do?
I did what was best for my child.
You're being cruel, confusing her like this.
I'm confusing her.
Please, stop. You know all of this ends with you dying on the ground in front of her.
You killed my baby! You killed my baby! How could you take her away from me?
Because I have another daughter. You chased us in the woods and you hunted us down with dogs. And when you pulled her away, she screamed. My baby screamed for her mother. And I hope this feels like that.
There won't be another chance, you know that? You're never getting out. You're gonna fucking die here.
I know that. Did you think I fucking know that?
Take care.
You too.
You're not gonna be in any trouble, are you?
No, sir.
Blessed be the fruit to you.
Nobody's talking about happily ever after. Just after.
Women like you are like children. Asking for too much, taking whatever you want. Damn the consequence. Consequence.
For your hands.
Thank you.
Hi. It's me.
After everything, I'm still alive. I will always be grateful to you for that.
You will get through this, ma'am. By his hand. And what's left of it.
You left the place literally in ashes. Do you think they got what they deserved?
No one in Gilead gets what they deserve, sir.
Do you want to know why I helped Emily? I helped Emily because she is unnaturally smart and could be useful to the world one day. I thought you might enjoy being useful for once.
None of them deserves to die.
How tempting it is to invent a humanity for anyone at all. What if I told you if you don't choose, they all die?
I am not responsible for their deaths. You are. Gilead is.
Look at you. All the gifts you've been given. But you need everything to be exactly how you want. Spoiled little girl.
I'm getting deployed. To the front.
You know there's no place in this world for you without Fred.
You'll get killed.
I wanted to say goodbye.
You and Fred together? The Waterfords? What a fine couple.
That doesn't mean anything.
Can.
You gave that baby away.
And it wasn't even yours.
Blessed be the fruit.
Hi. How are you? Hey. Serena. Do you think about her? Every minute. I didn't see you at the dedication.
I'd hate to be a distraction.
I'm glad you saved me.
Me too. Do you regret it? Not leaving here?
Not without Hannah. At least there's still hope if I'm here.
I'm concerned about Serena. She's been having a difficult time.
That's understandable.
Shall we?
just want to be with my daughter.
Stop! No! No!
You doing okay? Do you need anything?
I'll stay for a little while.
A young girl of Hannah's age, the daughter of a commander, would most likely attend a school for domestic arts. The one in her district is in Brookline by the reservoir. The girls play outside after lunch. Perhaps you'll find a way to see her.
I love you.
I love you.
Thank you, sir. Do you think he's in danger?
We're all in danger.
I just want this to be over.
It's not going to be what you think.
Please. Please, I am begging you. June. Luke. It's me. Don't hang up.
Oh, God. June?
You don't think I want to see her?
I'm okay, Luke. Hannah's okay. She's all right.
Where are you?
Still here in the Gilead. If I do this, what do I get? You get to see her. So, what do I get? What do you want? I want you to owe me.
I don't know what it is that you tell yourself so that, you know, you can sleep at night. But Nicole is going to know exactly where she came from and how brave her mother was for getting her here.
You want to know what I tell myself? That she was my miracle. And I let her go.
Well,
She was perfect. And now it's over.
I really think everything's gonna be okay.
There are some things that I need to tell you that I couldn't before. It's not easy to tell you this. Because I am ashamed. Serena. What did you do? I need you to know that Nicole, she was born out of love.
She can't want this.
It's the only thing she ever wanted.
Here. Just so everything looks right.
Looks beautiful, sir.
Nice girl like you in a place like this.
Please talk to me.
We can talk if you like. You have to understand that seeing her changed everything for me.
We've asked to speak with the whole household. Together.
Then what is there to talk about?
Because seeing her changed you. It changed you. It didn't change this place. She deserves better. Our girl deserves better. And I know that you know that. Don't be stupid. I am the child's mother. And I want Nicole to stay in Canada.
Stand up. Here's to your bright future. Perhaps here in D.C.
Commander Waterford is not her father.
We do know that from our associates in Canada. There was an audio cassette.
But a man of your talents could be an asset.
So she can stay there then. If that's what both her parents want.
Gilead is an extremely powerful country militarily. Canada is eager to avoid conflict.
What do you need from me in order to keep her there?
Bring us Commander Lane. Bring us.
Someone's here. Outside.
What did Nick do? Before he was a driver.
He served Gilead.
How did he serve Gilead? Tell me.
He was a soldier in the Crusade. We wouldn't be here without him. All this time you spent together and he never mentioned anything. This is all gonna be over soon. You're gonna get to go back home, and we're gonna stay here. And you and I will finally be free of one another.
I trusted you to let her have the best life possible. to do the right thing.
And I trusted you to stay with her.
You will not let her go.
Because I love her.
This isn't love. You can't love. You don't know how.
I should have put a ring in your mouth the day that we in your...
I should have let you burn my Handmaid chains.
You know I don't care what you did there, right? You don't have to deal with this on your own.
I'm fine.
Fred, it's your vision that's brought us to this point. In the end, Gilead will know whom to credit.
Mrs. Lawrence, I lied to you. My daughter's school is in Brookline. Today may be my only chance to see her, so.
Look at what they've turned us into. You killed anybody since you've been up?
No. No.
You? No.
You saved me.
In your selfishness, there is someone else you've forgotten you've wronged. Someone you've hurt deeply. That little girl, Agnes, of course.
Have a good night.
Yeah, you too.
If Matthew doesn't want her baby.
Is this true of Matthew?
No, Aunt Lydia. Do you have a boyfriend? Or girlfriend? Whatever.
I was married. He was a mistake.
Well, it was just a second. It just feels different. This one, I think it's a girl, and the others were boys, so I got scared. Scared of what her life would be.
You're very blessed.
I know. And he deserves more. Better. I don't know. But all he has is me, so.
You could be better. She thinks she knows better than God. That's a sin.
Sinner, 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 sinner. I need to know if you've learned anything about Hannah or the Mackenzies and where
No. Don't ask me again.
Don't be a crybaby.
Crybaby, 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 crybaby. Who can remember pain once it's over? All that remains of it is a shadow. Not in the mind even, in the flesh.
You feel better now, don't you?
Pain marks you,
Yes, Lydia.
But too deep to see. Out of sight, out of mind.
I've had a great time. Really, it's just too soon for me.
How could you do this to us?
I had to protect Ryan. You may go home when your walking partner goes home. You certainly owe her that consideration after the way you have treated her.
I just want you to know that I forgive you. And I want you to get better.
She can't get better. You're not well.
When did you get to be so selfish? Everything is always about you now. Your problems.
June?
You were supposed to be one of the strong ones.
You should know I was going to kill Serena. And her. And you too.
I warned them. I said, you can't leave that girl in here praying for months on end. The brain atrophies in isolation and breeds despair. You feel hopeless.
How should I feel?
I'm here because they said I can have babies after I get married.
Is that what you want?
I brought you something.
They just take everything from you, you know? From you, you know? Do you know anyone who could help me move children out? You really think she's safe here?
Of course she's safe. It's her home.
You can't keep her locked up here forever.
What do you propose I do? I'm not sending my wife away.
How are you feeling? I'm fine.
What do you know about how much someone can take?
Everything.
Joseph is a war criminal. He can't cross the border. He would be jailed for the rest of his life, or killed. And he would deserve it.
Lawrence's contributions to Gilead have been substantial.
At first. Now I fear his influence does more harm than good.
I'm only suggesting we make certain that he and his household are abiding by Gilead's most sacred tenets. There are mechanisms in place to ensure virility.
Isn't that a little extreme?
Bearing witness ensures that every member of the family is performing their role.
You helped to create this world. How long did you think it would be before it came for you? This one ends with both of you on the wall.
Maybe we deserve it. I mean, at least it would all be over.
Where is Mrs. Lawrence? It's okay.
Just treat it like a job. Try to detach yourself. See it from the outside.
Let's see what we have.
This is a transaction. And then it's over.
Are you sure?
Are you all right?
At least it wasn't you. That's not gonna be the last time that happens. You know that, right?
I know.
Did you find out anything about Caleb?
Yeah. They did. You can get out too. You just have to bring them something.
I know last night was difficult. Thank you for your resilience.
Oh, we have to be a united front.
Always.
The stolen children of Gilead.
I'd be a hero.
I thought that the Gilead channels were the only way to get to Nicole, but they're not. I met someone in Canada who can help us.
You were raped because of him. You were brutalized. Poor girl, because of him.
I know you want to kill him. I would like to kill him too. can't always just do what we want.
We've returned the world to its natural state.
Something to be proud of.
You could have done something. We all could have done something.
Well, I'm doing something now.
I need him now to fix it.
Nothing can fix it.
I didn't realize how much this would cost you.
What if it had never happened?
She is going to grow up to be just like you.
You should have known that my wife is more important to me than you are.
You can't get out, can you? That's why you came back.
Children.
Godspeed.
All right, just do what they say.
Billy's in. Flight's a week from today. They're in prison?
Facing trial as war criminals.
I'm proud of you. You have to save yourself. I'll be fine.
Let us pray for Commander Winslow's safety.
Dear Lord, we pray that you watch over him and give him strength in the presence of danger. Amen.
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 I know this has been difficult, but look to the future. She's here.
I'm ready.
You are still the same woman who held my friend down so your husband could rape her.
That's uncalled for.
Fuck you.
Help us understand, Gilead.
Manipulation won't work for me either.
Look, I am who I am, and I have sinned plenty, but you are the gender traitor.
We grew up the same, you know, good family, first-class education, man of faith. Yet you destroy lives.
I've saved lives.
Eleanor, wake up. Eleanor, wake up.
She'll come back to me. Maybe. But the June Osborne you knew doesn't exist anymore. Gilead's changed her. It's changed her.
I didn't surrender my rights, Mr. Tiller. I traded them for my daughter.
Out in the world without an escort.
I'm sure you'll find your way.
Do you know what it's like? Out.
Maggie, stop. I just want to go home. You can't.
Well, it's like things were before Gilead.
I don't remember before.
You'll be free. You can wear whatever you want. No one's gonna hurt you for reading or tell you what to think or who to love or what to believe in. You know, you don't have to be a wife or a mother if you don't want to.
Then what would I be?
You. I am not sending her back so that she can get raped and maimed in this insane fucking world that you helped to build.
Anything Serena did in Gilead was under duress. She had no power. She was subject to the state.
I can assure you, what Mrs. Waterford did was far beyond the laws of Gilead.
I don't understand what's going on.
You forced your driver to impregnate Miss Osborne so you could claim their resultant child.
Nick and Alfred had a relationship.
It's still a rape. Mrs. Waterford.
You said you weren't going to be any trouble.
Yeah, I lied.
Women.
Come with us. You can get out. Eleanor would have wanted that.
I'm not a big fan of flying. Or children. Eleanor would have wanted me to stay, clean up my own mess.
Get them on the plane. Tell them it's all clear. Go. Thank you.
This morning, a plane left Gilead and landed at Pearson. There were 9 Marthas on board.
Apostates. Gilead is well rid of them, I'm sure.
There were also 86 children.
This council has concluded that you will not be the subject of further discipline in this matter.
Thank you.
This is not an exoneration. Those children were taken by females under your charge.
Yes, sir. I am humbled by your mercy.
Your frailties were also considered.
What happens in the next few weeks will dictate the future of this country. It's June's legacy. What do you want it to say?
What'd he do to you? He would bring in other men. You know, guardians, eyes, even some commanders. Make me proud. I will.
Gilead has a way of bringing out the worst in people. But in June, it brought out the best.
Do you have a safe house for us? Yeah. In Burroughs. It's a yellow farmhouse about 13 miles west of you, down Highway 44 in a stand of poplars. Stick to the woods.
Did your husband ever sexually assault you?
No.
Did he ever have unprotected sex with anyone besides yourself or your handmaids?
Yes.
Were there any other instances of physical abuse?
No. Yes.
Looks like it didn't leave a permanent mark.
You should go. Have dinner. Don't waste that outfit on me.
No, I'm gonna stay here and help out till you're ready to go home.
Those guardians are gonna come back. They'll keep asking questions.
Don't worry. I'll take care of it.
Don't leave me here alone. All right.
You know, I thought that once you were out of Gilead, once you were out of that uniform, that you would come back to yourself.
I am as you made me.
Why do you feel you have to clean up June's messes?
Fuck if I know. Making up for when I got out and she didn't, I guess. I'm tired of feeling guilty.
I thought that I deserved everything that you did to me.
You know why? I think I gave you too much freedom.
We terrible people.
Maybe. I don't think so. Better to die on your feet than to live on your knees. Right?
Yeah. I need to separate my interests from Fred. I am done with him.
We can talk about that later.
No, we can talk about it right now.
You're pregnant. Serena.
Congratulations.
You should go now.
I'm not leaving you. Try to keep you alive. Please, let me help you.
She's been captured. That's confirmed.
Wait, is she alive? Did she choose this?
Who, June? No, she didn't choose this.
Yes.
She chose to stay in Gilead, right? And she knew she'd probably get caught.
Maybe. Die trying to do something good.
Poor choice.
I will never tell you where they are.
Brave words of Joseph, but just words.
Where are the handmaids?
June! Don't tell them anything.
You can't save her. You understand that, right? She is never coming back to you. Back to you. Why would she?
I know.
Perhaps she's fulfilled her purpose and it's time to move on.
I can't. I wish I could help you. I could help you too. Getting June to talk.
June. You have to wear the handmaids on. Or they will hurt Hannah.
It never hurt a child. care about?
Gilead doesn't care about children. Gilead cares about power.
I'm ready.
Ready for what?
For it all to be over.
I told them everything. I'm sure she's furious.
Let her be furious. She's in a cell where she belongs.
He must be beside himself.
I haven't told him. And I don't intend to.
You don't know where we're going. You don't know if we're going to be okay.
I'm keeping us alive.
It's nice to have a friend.
Abortion is dangerous. I don't want you to go through with it if you don't have to.
Well, I want to go through with it. That's why I'm here.
Well, we don't do them here.
What?
She wants me to blame the commander.
That seems to be their strategy. Apparently she was very moved by your visit. She believes the two of you share a strong bond.
What is this place?
Somewhere we can help you understand what happens when you choose abortion. They insert a tube into you and use it to tear the baby apart.
Jesus Christ.
They pull it out piece by piece, and if a tiny piece is left inside, like a toe or a finger, the infection makes you infertile. Your body was made to keep that baby, not get rid of it.
Did you know in Gilead I was officially considered property of the Waterford family?
It's nice to see a friendly face.
We aren't friends.
No. I suppose we're not. Why have you come?
You deal with your family. It's not my job anymore. And I thank God for that every day.
I was never cruel to you.
I'll pray for your son.
We can be useful.
Which one of you is staying with me?
What?
Either one of you is fine.
You're not Mayday, are you?
What's Mayday?
Do you want to be pregnant right now?
No.
And you're comfortable with your choice? You're making this decision yourself?
Yes.
Then the rest is none of my business.
The other place made it sound like something really horrible would happen.
Did you search abortion clinics online and end up there? They're called crisis pregnancy centers, and they lie to women to convince them to keep unwanted pregnancies. I'm sorry you had to go through that.
The girls are not your concern anymore. The girls have always been my concern. I have served Gilead with everything I have.
You already did the hard part.
Thank you.
I have testaments to your many abuses of power. Black market activity. Not to mention your collaboration with your handmaid of Joseph. Unless you arrange for my immediate reinstatement.
You need to stop trying to save me to make yourself feel better.
I'm the one who doesn't want to see you get hurt.
Okay? Maybe you should have thought about that with Alma and Brianna.
You want me to restore your position? I need my seat back at the table, and your information can help me get it. Let's fix this country. Let's make things right again. Together.
I'm leaving tomorrow. Come with me or stay here and BF Steven. It's your choice.
I'm looking for June Osborne.
Everyone that helps her ends up on the fucking wall.
I know. I'm sorry.
I need you to take care of yourself, okay?
Okay. Cross my heart.
Better off without her.
You could forget the girl with one eye.
I think you're beautiful.
You too.
Two handmaids were spotted heading into Chicago a week ago. Maybe Jim was one of them.
Thank you.
What are you doing here? I feel safer when we're together. Handmaids always walk in twos, remember?
Commander Blaine, you will coordinate an aerial bombardment on all insurgent fronts just prior to the ceasefire.
Where are the soldiers?
I don't know.
Any civilians moving to receive aid will be vulnerable. You can't hunt the roaches when they're in the walls, son.
Something's not right.
cost of doing business, as they say.
Well, I don't believe there's enough time to pull out our own troops. So,
Then you should get going.
Jim?
Where? Hi. Hi.
She's my best friend, Mona. Gilead finds out we took her. No more missions, no more food, no more medicine, nothing for any of these people. You think June is more important than every one of them? I need to tell you something.
Everyone has a line, something that's unforgivable. What if I'm not who you think I am?
And I'll just love whoever you turn out to be.
I wish this didn't have to be about us. Let's not make this last longer than it has to.
I'm sorry I don't have her. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, it's just me. My name is June Osborne. I am a citizen of the United States, and I seek asylum in the country of Canada. She asked if I tried to find her, and I said, of course I did. And that I had tried so hard, and so had her daddy. And then she asked why didn't I try hard?
That sounds like her.
Yeah. She was alright. I also want you to know that you're daddy and I love you so much. Daddy and I love you so much. Your first dad.
He does not want to be fighting a two-front war against the both of you. You likely have more influence over him now. If you can get him to cooperate more, it could help the both of us.
I want to be a good father to my son.
And a good husband to you. If you'll let me.
It's too late for that, Fred.
Our pregnancy is proof that it's not.
My pregnancy.
This pregnancy belongs to me just as much as Alfred's belong to you. With Alfred now in Canada, we can't be naive about that. She could put us both away for the maximum sentence and prevent you from being a mother to your son.
And what is there to be done about that?
We need to drop our fight and team up to help each other.
Can I get a hug?
You made it. Brace up and be, you made it.
Do you guys ever wonder if you deserve this? If you deserve to be here?
Sometimes I think about what I did when I was there.
We did what we had to do to survive.
You know, I've been moving on my whole life until I met Odette, and she was forever until she wasn't, so. I just feel like maybe you could be forever. Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
I prayed for this chance. And I humbly thank the Lord for your visit. I believe that the Lord brought you here so that I could make amends.
I brought myself here so that I could tell you how much I hate you.
Thank you.
You have destroyed my life, my family, my friends, my country, and my child. There is no one less worthy of redemption than you.
I am begging for your forgiveness.
Do you know why God made you pregnant? So that when He kills that baby inside your womb, you will feel a fraction of the pain that you caused us when you tore our children from. She's pathological. She's a sociopath. She's toxic and abusive. She's a monster. Do you understand me? Do you understand me? She'll do anything to get what she wants. Lie to you. Hurt you. Rape you. You should face her. Emily,
June.
you too. You have to get
June.
out everything you have been holding in. I promise you, you will feel better.
Oh, we're not all like you.
I don't know what she wants. She is like a stranger half the time. It's like we talk about Hannah and in bed.
You don't know what she's been through.
Maybe that's the problem.
My name is June Osborne. Fred Waterford and Serena Joy Waterford imprisoned me, beat me, and raped me. I came to the Waterfords' house in 2017. A few days after my arrival, I was summoned to the drawing room, where I was asked to kneel in front of the Waterfords. After that, I was taken upstairs to her bedroom. There, Mr. Waterford raped me, while his wife held me down. Mrs. Waterford was desperate for me to get pregnant and questioned her husband's fertility. She ordered me to have sex with their driver. Another violation of Gilead law that I could not refuse. At 9 months pregnant, I went into false labor. For this, Mrs. Waterford was very angry with me. As punishment, Mr. Waterford raped me again, while she held me down. I struggled and pleaded for them to stop. They did not. Mr. Waterford later arranged for me to be raped by Mr. Lawrence as a test of loyalty. Mrs. Lawrence, Eleanor, was a kind and fragile woman, and this experience devastated her. I am grateful to be speaking to you today, but mine is just one voice. Countless others will remain unheard. Women my friends, who lost their lives and can never be heard. It is for those women that I ask the International Criminal Court to confirm the charges against this man and put him on trial. I ask for the maximum possible sentence. I ask for justice.
It must be killing you that by June 1, out of your reach, free as a bird, and singing like one, too.
Well, she will answer to God.
Look, I'm really sorry about today. About coming to court. But at least now I know everything. And maybe we can just move on. And if you want to talk to me about anything to do with Hannah or...
I don't.
Talk to me.
June left you
No, she didn't.
Janine, don't tell me she couldn't have taken you with her. She's done it before. Maybe this time you were just too much trouble.
I think it was shitty. June and pushing you like that.
She, she thought it would help.
Did it? I don't know. It wasn't enough.
Just don't make me a handmaid again, please.
Look what she's done to you.
You want to see that woman again?
I feel amazing. I'm glad she's dead. And I hope I had something to do with it.
Why does healing have to be the only goal? Why can't we be as furious as we feel? Luke, I need to tell you about the last time I saw Hannah.
We have to find her and bring her to Canada.
How?
Now is not the time for me to stir up any trouble.
I promise you that we will do everything that we can to protect you.
June, you're free. You're free. Try to be grateful for that and move on. If you can.
You know, the world should hear your voice again. Write a book. You've done it before.
She's not as tough as you think. She's just acting that way because she's scared. She had a really hard life on the farm. She was abused, not just by her husband, but by a lot of men. I just think you should know that.
I see.
Do you want me to meet up with Nick?
No, I don't want you to meet with Nick. But you said he'd do anything for you, so this is our best chance to get Hannah.
You'll return with your own child. Like a hero.
I think you should take Nicole with you. How's he gonna say no to you if you bring him his daughter?
We'll continue to send you our thoughts and prayers.
I don't care what they do to me. Yes, you do. They're not going to let you die. They will keep hurting you. Again and again until you do what they say. That is their job.
I'm gonna be here when you get home, okay?
I don't want to put you in any danger, but if there's anything you can find out about Hannah...
When you made it to Canada, I knew you'd keep looking for her. So, I started putting some stuff together. Never thought I'd give it to you in person. Keep yourself safe.
He could make me a handmaid. Handmaid.
It's not gonna happen, I promise. I'll do everything in my power to make sure you and our son are protected.
Waterford?
He's agreed to share his wealth of knowledge, inside information about Gilead, all its top players, future plans.
Why would he do that?
In exchange for his freedom. The prosecution has dropped its charges. Commander Waterford will, in all likelihood, be granted immunity in exchange for his cooperation.
So I should just get comfortable with the fact that he's gonna get out. No matter what he did. No matter what I say.
Sure.
That man is a fucking rapist and you know what he did to me. Fucking rapist and you know what he did to me. You know what he did to me. Get off of her. You know. You.
I got up and I told them everything. They know what he was, what he did, and how it felt. They made a deal with him anyway. So maybe what he's giving them is more valuable than what he took from me.
Don't say that. You plan on living with the commander. As husband and wife.
As a family, of course.
It's funny to find myself missing her.
Who?
Offering.
Can you explain that to me, Serena?
I don't believe I have to.
I need Fred to get what he deserves.
I understand. I don't know what I can do for you.
It won't be enough, you know. Whatever happens to him if we get him, won't be enough for you.
God bless you, Joseph. What do you want? I want him to be afraid. Because I was afraid for so long. How afraid? I want him to be scared to death.
You're off to the airport?
Yes. And will return a free man, a husband, and a father.
I wish you could come with me.
We'll have to divide and conquer for a while.
Goodbye, Commander.
Everything I did to protect my family. I won't apologize.
For whatever man sows, so shall he reap.
Thank you.
Cheers. I know you can't shoot me.
Run.
June?